All right, this video is going to cover part 3 of my local visibility trifecta system, which is going to be website optimization. So you can come to the school group, download your checklist here if you don't have it, and I'm just going to kind of walk through this and kind of show you some real examples. So this isn't in any particular order. You can do it whatever works for you, but I'll just start at the top and go down from there. So for website optimization, you want to start out with a little bit of minor SEO type stuff. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. So keyword research, there's lots of good videos on this online, so I won't go into too much detail. But there's Google actually has its own keyword planner. You can sign up for a free ads account, and you can come into here for the keyword planner. I'll leave a link to this in the description. And you can just kind of play around with different keywords you think people might search for your business. So say you're a plumber. I live near Baton Rouge. So I'll just give you an example. Plumber, Baton Rouge. You hit enter and you just click get results. So plumber, Baton Rouge. It's got pretty good search volume, 1,000 to 10,000 searches per month, but it's got high competition. So there's tons of big plumbing companies around here. They're running ads. They're doing all kinds of crazy SEO. So I recommend going with what they call long tail keywords. So something like this, cheap plumbers, Baton Rouge. Just kind of add on to it, kind of find something unique to your business that might be easier to stand out for. So you can look like low competition. These are actual business names though. But I mean, I wouldn't recommend going for cheap plumbers, but it makes you sound cheap. But anyway, that's kind of where you can get started with keyword research. Maybe like emergency plumbing or something like that. So once you kind of settled on your keyword, I had this in here too, check monthly search volume. So that's what this column is that I was looking at. So you probably don't want anything too low. Like 10 to 100 is probably fine. And you can target multiple keywords. That I'm getting into kind of more advanced stuff here, but just pick a decent keyword for now. And what you're going to want to do with that keyword is include it in your main website title and in the main headline. So what I mean by find hidden gems down here is kind of the long tail stuff I was talking about. So you can search through here, like I said, the cheap thing, or I saw licensed plumbers. That's got a high competition though. But anyway, you definitely want something that matches what your business does. But if you can make it unique to stand out, that's even better. So like I said, once you get that keyword, I'll show you an example of, I'm actually revamping my website right now. This is what it's kind of going to look like. And the keyword I was targeting was small business marketing agency. I noticed it had some low competition and decent search results. But I'm going nationwide with this, so it's going to be a little harder. If I was going to target my local area of Baton Rouge, it'd probably be a little easier, but at the same time, there's not many people searching for marketing around here. So, but this is my main headline. There's a Chrome plugin you can download. It tells you like a title. I haven't even adjusted the title yet on here. You definitely want to make sure, they call this SEO metadata, which if you use WordPress, any SEO plugin will let you easily update this. Any other website builder is going to have something built in. But I see a lot of people that don't even update this part. And this is super important for the search engines that are trying to find your website to show to people. So once you have your keyword, you're going to make sure your title has the keyword in it and the description has the keyword in it. You don't have to get crazy with like keyword stuffing and all that, how people used to just write blog articles with they're keyword everywhere. That actually hurts you these days. Google made an update to their algorithm. But you still want to have the relevant information so Google knows what your business does. And it still helps to have those certain keywords. Your URL, it's probably going to be your homepage, but if you had a sub page, you can include the keyword in the URL. So that's the SEO metadata section. The H1, which you've maybe seen this in your website builder. When you highlight text, you can select like paragraph H1, H2. It's usually best to have, it depends, but most people recommend having one H1 tag. And then from there, you can have as many H2, H3s, H4s that you need. But having a good structure helps search engines just kind of figure out what your website's about, how it flows, and that sort of thing. So like I said, this is still in the works. Eventually, I'll only have one of these H1 tags, which is basically the same as the title. But as you see, it doesn't automatically populate it. So make sure you got both of those filled in. And that's pretty much the basics of the whole keyword and basic SEO type stuff that that I'm going to cover here. It's not going to get you to position 1 or 2 on Google unless you have a really specific business. But it's a good starting point. It's definitely going to help you out. So after you do that, and I put in here, I use this website this software called Zagio. And I put a link in here if you want to try it out. They give you a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's only $17 to start. My internet's being a little slow, but this is their page if you wanted to to try it out. Oh, that $17 must have been a sale. Anyway, it's still pretty good. So once you find a decent keyword for your business, go ahead and pop it into your SEO title, description, and your website main H1 heading tag. And then from there, pull back up this checklist. We'll go to, so this is kind of what I just covered. A little more of the SEO type stuff. So you can have your keyword in the URL, your title tags, meta descriptions. These are kind of some formats you could try, like value proposition plus call to action. H1 tags, like I mentioned, typically 1 per page. Include your main keyword and location. And then some more website basics that I'm going to go over. These are more for just usability and user experience on your website. So you want to have your clear business name and logo. I wouldn't make it the main focus. Like I have my logo up here. That's pretty much it. Nobody cares about me. They care what I can do for them. So you want to make whatever you do for your customers the main focus on your website. And you want to have that including the, I put it in here somewhere, including the CTA. You want to have all that above the fold, which above the fold means when you go to a website, before you start scrolling, this is considered above the fold. So you want to make all that relevant information of how you can help your customer, what you want them to do next with a clear button or link to give you a call or fill out a form or whatever it may be for your particular business. You want to have all that information above the fold so they don't have to scroll down. I see websites all the time where it just says like city's best plumber or whatever, and then you have to scroll down to find out how to contact them. So you want to make it easy for your customer. That'll help you drive conversions when you get visitors to your website. I put on here a clickable phone number and header that you can add like a little button up here. I'll show you my current website too as an example. This is just a button. If you click it, it pulls up the phone. Works best on mobile, but most of your website visits are going to be on mobile anyway, which I think I have that on this checklist as well. You definitely want your website optimized for mobile. So most of the time when you're building your website, it's on the computer. so things look a certain way and you're happy with it, but then you go pull it up on your phone and it looks terrible. So you want to make sure you're checking both as you're making these tweaks. Easy to find contact info. Obviously, if somebody lands on your website and you want them to become a customer, you want to make it easy for them to get in touch with you. Like I said, mobile friendly design, and you want to have an SSL certificate. Almost any website builder company is going to do this for you for free these days. And a lot of times it's the default. So that just means when you go to the website and you click up here, see how it says HTTPS? A lot of times that S will be dropped. And like certain computers and companies have IT systems with firewalls and that sort of thing. And sometimes they won't even let you visit a website unless it has this security token. So you could potentially be hurting yourself without having that, without knowing it. So the next section, put local content. You want to make sure your website visitors know what area you service. A lot of businesses that I work with are service type businesses that go to people's homes and that sort of thing. So you don't want people confused at, oh, you live in the city over. Do you even serve me? And they don't feel like calling to find out that information. So you never even get contacted about it. So you want to give them all the information they need to make their decision to get that initial contact with you going. It's a good idea to make city-specific service pages. This kind of ties in with this. So if you serve 3 or 4 cities around you, you can make a different service page up here for each city that you serve. So there's no question like, oh, I live in this city. Do you serve me? And when they go to your service page, it clearly says that you serve them. And then on each service page, same thing. You want to have a clear headline about the area it's servicing and what you want the customer to do to contact you. Make sure you have your phone number, preferably a local number, just so there's no confusion at where you're located. Put your physical address if applicable. Like I said, a lot of businesses I work with are service-based, but a lot of them also have like a big office or shop that they work out of. So you can put that address if you want, and especially if you have like a dentist office or a doctor's office where people have to come to you, you definitely want to include your address on the page and an embedded Google map. So I don't have one on my site because I kind of serve everybody, but a lot of times I'll see people put the embedded map in the footer down here. So how you can get that embedded map is just Google your business name. And then when it pops up over here on the map, click the map section. And then you can click share down here and embed a map. And what this does is it gives you an iframe HTML code. And you just click copy HTML. Any website builder is going to have a block editor for like code. You'll say code block or HTML or something. So you can just add one of those to your website where you want the map to show up, paste this code in, and you're good to go. Obviously, I'm not going to do this on my site because I'm a service business for the entire country. But if I was local, I would put my service area to where I'm located, and it would probably show me closer to my actual address and that sort of thing. Another good technique is driving directions, just so there's no confusion. Obviously, people can click on the map, go to Google, get the route. But if you just put like short directions, we're right across the street from the Walgreens or whatever it is. You get off the interstate, go right, go down this street, and we're right there on the left. Or just something like that to make it easier for businesses to find you. And maybe include a picture of your storefront. Especially if you're in like a shopping mall or something like that, or hidden away. And then include your hours of operation, so obviously people know when to visit you. So all of this helps when your customers come to your website to get in touch with you, but it also helps Google, this combined with your business profile, just helps Google know that, hey, you're a legit business, you know what's going on, all your information matches up, you do this and this, you offer these services. So it's just like, it's all combined together to to let Google know what you do so that they can show your business to more people that are searching for that type of business in your area. And then a few more things I had in the website section was credibility elements. Reviews and testimonials, this is a huge one. You're going to want to put this on your site. High Level and System Mesh has a built-in review widget that you can put on your website pretty easily. And this is what mine looks like on my website. So I just took the review widget, put it in here so people can flip through my reviews right on the website. And this automatically updates when I get new reviews and pulls them in, so I don't have to constantly update it with new reviews. This kind of stuff is kind of optional. Like if you have license numbers you need to show or industry certifications that make you stand out from your competition. That's some good stuff to include. Then the CTAs, call to action. So like I said earlier, you want your primary call to action button on the home page above the fold. You want to have a CTA on every page. Usually it's best to have just one, maybe two. You don't want to confuse people trying to send them to different places to do different things. If you work on appointments, you can make your call to action like book now or schedule appointment now. If your main CTA is wanting people to fill out a quote request form, you can say get your free quote here or something like that. And for the text on the CTA, you want to use something like that that's kind of action driven, like click here to get your free estimate, something like that. You don't want to say, you don't want your button to say like click here or something. Like the text above it says click below to get a free estimate, and then your button says click here. Like, you want it to be action driven and tell them exactly what's going to happen when they click that button. So get your free quote. Not like on my website I say get started now. I need to link this to my calendar or whatever I end up doing, but something like that. And then I put this bonus section in here. I think I kind of mentioned in a previous video about a USP, which stands for unique selling proposition. And this really helps you find out how you stand out from your competition. So I'll give you an example real quick of, so my mobile installation car audio business. I was the only mobile car audio installer in my area. So it was real easy for me to stand out like, hey, I come to you to install car audio. Nobody else does that. So I would use that message in all my marketing, on my website, on my Google page, and everything like that. So based on that, there's kind of a little formula you can use where you identify your industry pain point. So I guess going back to the plumber example. So your industry pain point might be most plumbers are slow to respond. We're instant response, 24/7 support, that sort of thing. And then a unique solution is it kind of goes with this. We respond instantly and take care of all your needs 24/7. Target customer would be people with plumbing issues in their house that need to be taken care of immediately. And then you can combine all that into a clear statement. And I kind of did that down here. So most people would probably just say, oh, Baton Rouge's best plumber. But everybody's website is going to say something like that. But if you say Baton Rouge's only 24/7 mobile plumber, which probably isn't the case, but let's pretend it is. So if you're the only 24/7 mobile plumber in your area, you're going to have a lot higher chance of getting business from people searching. Because a lot of times when people search for a plumber, likely they have a leak or something that needs to get taken care of right away. So that's kind of how that works. Other than that, if in this checklist I have a link to the school group, which you can join by clicking here if you're not in here already. A link to High Level if you want to try a 14-day free trial of High Level. I can help you get it set up. You can click here, or if you'd rather have everything done for you, I can get you set up an account in my System Mesh system, which, like I said, is just High Level, but I do everything for you and get all this set up and get you getting more customers. And then if you're like a true DIYer and you want to go down the SEO route and you plan on making a bunch of blog posts and try to rank high for your service in your area, you can download, well, not download, it's just a plugin, and start optimizing your site that way. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions on this or want some clarity on something, I kind of went through it pretty quick. Just reach out and let me know.